Okay, what we're going to do next is a hooker style ballyhoo bait. You have your hooker right here. Same bait, same preparation that you were doing before, except you don't need to poke the hole in the crease of the lip there. You're going to take a piece of 60 pound, we have Andy mono here. You're going to take about 8 inches of it. Take a 1.2 crimp. Create a loop just big enough to go back behind the gills of your bait. You don't want to make it too big or your crimp will sit up in front of your mouth. Then you got to take a piece of your mono, stick it in the loop end, like that, and just give it a little press with your crimpers. Now what you're going to do is go back behind the gills, go behind each gill plate, take your mono wire, go up through the bottom jaw, out your top, pull it up nice and tight, do a full turn around your mouth, closing it, go through your eyes, go through your eye once more, working your way back, closing off the gills, then going back around your mouth, creating an X up underneath, making sure your gills are nice and closed, and then just twist your way up with your mono wire from your mouth all the way up to your bill. You can go up a little farther on this one because your hooker head is actually going to slide over top of it. It'll keep it on there nice and snug. Clip your bill right after your mono. Take your hooker. This is a hooker style head. This one right here is a chugger with a little concave. Makes a little bit more of a popping action, but we're going to start out with the chugger first. Take your cutters, cut it about, leave about 2 inches of skirt left. You're using this lure for more or less the head style than the color, so you don't need all the length. Slide your mono through the hooker head.
That's the hardest part of the deal there, Mike.
Try to find the hole.
It's it is. Eventually we'll get it. You can rig the whole bait and eventually, it'll take you 5 minutes to get the head on. It's okay. Take your time.
Okay. Yep, now you have your hooker nice and snug over top of your bait's nose.
Trying to find the hole on the hooker there, Mike?
Yep. Then you take your 1.2 crimp, bring it all the way down to the front of your hooker head. Get on there as close as possible. Take your hook. We have the same style BLN mustad hook. Go over top of your hook point and just take your crimp and pull your tag end until the hook comes as close as you can get it to your hooker top. Take your crimpers, give it a little press, make sure it's on there tight so your hook can't fall off. Cut off your tag end, and that bait's ready to go. That's good for any rigger bait when you're fishing for marlin or anything else like that, a little bit more aggressive than a sailfish that like the bubble trail or anything else like that. You can change the color, make them however you want.
That rig, Mike, that you're talking about, the color of the head. Sometimes we'll talk about
When you're
using
pitching,
a bright color. Yeah.
when you want to use a bright color, when you're pitch baiting, when you have the fish coming up on the teasers and you're throwing a bait, you could use a bright pink or a red or anything like that that can keep your angler's eye so he knows where his bait is distance-wise, so when he's going to pitch a fish.
Really cool. Does the head, obviously because it's behind it, doesn't affect the hookup ratio any?
No, the hookup ratio doesn't affect by where the hook is.
Very good. Interesting.